You know what? Okay. I have been silenced for a long time. I have been told that I am not allowed to speak the truth. But here's the thing. I have come here, I have come here to speak the truth. You see this? See, the history books teach us that this right here, this is human engineering. Well, I'm about to tell you, not possible. See, look at this stonework, this intricate stonework, and look at the forests all around it. You know what you don't see? Rocks. Where are the mountains in this picture? Okay. Where are the quarries? This couldn't have been built. Not here, anyway. Not here. No. See, here's the thing. This kind of construction at the top of this hill with nothing else in sight, people couldn't do that. Humans could not do that. Not only would it require a tremendous amount of effort carrying the stones there with, what, some horses and wood? No. Not only would it require that, but it would also require them to build up these little, what are the fancy words the Google debunkers like to use these days? Terraces or whatever? Matriculations? Nah. See, people back then, they wouldn't have been able to do that. This is either a modern reconstruction of the castle, which all of the media says isn't the case. You check any travel guide, they're going to say, no, this is the original castle. This is the old one. We didn't remake this. We just restored it, which, like I said, not possible. Or it was built by something else. See, this castle is meant to date back hundreds of years. And if it did date back hundreds of years, we would see more castles like this. But you notice what's not in the picture? Other castles. Now, before you say, oh, they were clearly destroyed in sieges and such, no. See, back then, you wouldn't want to completely destroy anything. They would have to reuse materials because it was hard to get new materials. I mean, again, no quarries anywhere in this picture, no mountains. If they had completely destroyed the castles, that would have been a waste of stone. The other idea is, I think it was put there. I think something else did it. Because, this is German. And the thing about Germany is it is famous for its fairy tales. But have you ever actually read them? They talk about some pretty wild stuff. Like, who the hell makes a house out of candy? Also impossible. You're not fooling anyone, witch. You didn't even fool Hansel and Gretel. You know that? See, I think that this castle was originally made on the continent of Mu. Now, if you don't know what Mu is, it's an ancient continent that is said to have once existed out in the Pacific Ocean, a missing continent, if you will. See, I think it was built there and then transported onto this hill. I mean, look at how perfectly it sits on this hill with no quarries and maybe like the one thing over here implying a trail, but, and maybe the second thing, but no real pathways for large infrastructure projects. I think the only answer is that it was built somewhere else and then gently set onto this hill. That's the only possible explanation. Now, if you want another example of this, look at Stonehenge. Okay. Now, my damn computer. See, the screensaver turning on? Proof that someone doesn't want me talking about this, Now, Stonehenge, out in England, was said to have been built by Merlin using telekinesis. No. Sound waves that lifted up those rocks and put them down. All magic requires a verbal component. You see, tones. If you get the right tones, you can do anything. Just ask HR. Right tone, right thing gets done. Wrong tone, you get fired for sexual harassment. Don't ask me how I know. Now, I think that someone on Moo built this like a Lego set using the stone there, painted it up to look like it's meant to fit the quarries that don't exist, and then put this castle down here using tonal magic or audio technologies. And my proof for that? Look at it. It's perfect. You can't level a mountain like this in multiple sections like that, but still have the forest able to grow. What had to have happened is the trees were carefully removed by the Muin architects. This was set down and they were carefully put back, reintegrated with the soil. Only explanation. Now, especially when you consider how angular these were. This is too angular, too specific. You can't get straight edges like that without modern technology. And you know what technology they had? Wood shovels. Their tools were made of wood and, when they had it, stone in the some fucking where quarries. I don't see them, but they're said to have them. Just can't find any. Supposedly, they were out there, but they don't exist because I can't see them. You understand? That's how it works. Now, that just leaves one question. Do you think that the Muin architects still have something here? I think that the reason why this is up on this forested hill like that is to keep people out so they can't go in there and find the ancient Muin technology that let them put it down or let people re-access the continent. Now, if people donate to my Patreon, then I will go over there and figure it out myself. In fact, if this gets enough upvotes and enough commentarinos, I'll even live stream myself in Germany talking to the locals about this castle and whether or not this was from Mu or aliens or whatever else and find out the real truth. After all, everyone knows that the best way to make money right now is to film yourself talking to people on the street and ensuring that Kick promotes the idea that everyone should be a tourist in another country, bugging everyone they see. That's the meta right now, and I am shameless. You guys know this. You saw my pack openings, you've seen my art, you know this. I am not afraid of the truth. Now, anyways, one last thing before I go, a quick channel update is I am also going to start uploading more theories like this, going over the different possible designs people have had around the world. I think the next one I'm going to do might be on the monument, read obelisk, that they have in Washington. Not my Washington, the other Washington. Because you see, you know what else isn't over there? Quarries. No quarries here, no quarries in Delaware, no quarries in Maryland. People are getting this stone from somewhere, and I'm going to uncover from where. Mark my words, we will find the truth of where this phantom stone all came from. And remember, guys, to like, comment, subscribe, and ding-a-ling that ring-a-ling for notifications.